You did what moms are supposed to do. You know, you took a role that I wish I would have been able to take with Haley, where you continued to shine that unconditional love on me. You never made me feel like I had to be okay for you. Do you understand that? You let me be
Yes.
sick with you.
Yes.
Let me be not okay with you. You let me do that your whole life.
Yes. Yes.
What a gift.
Yes.
What a gift. Because Haley, I want you to know I gave everything I had to be strong for you the way that my mom was strong for me, and you know that. I didn't want you to see me in that way, and I wanted to make it as easy as possible, and I know that it wasn't. But I just want you to know straight from my mouth that I did absolutely everything that I possibly could to try to make you worry as little as you could, because I never wanted to be a burden, but I know that I was. I definitely feel like I have a grandfather here. Is your husband passed, Susan?
Yes.
Okay, so this is also your grandfather, Haley, correct? Um,
Yes.
is this on mother's side as well?
Yes.
I feel a really, really big love for you, Susan. She's nothing but love, is the way that he makes me feel, that she's just so overwhelming in the way that she loves, and she loves unconditionally. So this is a huge acknowledgement to you, Susan, for being such an important role in Haley's life. The role that she has played for you, Haley, feels extremely significant to me. Do you understand also playing a parental role for her at some times, or just like stepping in so close that it feels like you could even be a mom at times? Does this make sense to you too?
Mhm.
So, and
Yes.
he also makes me feel like he's showing me Susan speaking to him on a regular basis. He also makes me feel like you're highly intuitive. So there's a lot of ways that you like to try to connect with spirit or notice spirit. He's got so much more for you, but there's other people here as well, I know. And so, Haley, your mother's face is so large in front of me. I do get like a whole well of emotion that comes up really quickly after that, because I have overwhelming things. I know I keep going back to Susan, but I have to say really quick, Haley, it feels to me it's so, so important that you're here as mom. Just be patient with me, okay? Because I need to talk to my mom too. I have overwhelming gratitude that I can hardly contain for the way that you love my daughter. I don't know. I don't know what we would be doing right now if it weren't for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. But you know that I always knew you would be this. And you were this before I left. You understand? I always knew that you would continue to be this. And I'm so grateful for that. I feel like I never worried that there wouldn't be someone wonderful to take care of my baby girl, is the way that it feels to me. But that doesn't mean that there weren't obviously all the other hardships of departing from here. You have just continuously been generous with your unconditional love all over the place. It's not just with Haley, it's everywhere. You like to spread that, and you are aware of how powerful, she makes me say, your prayers are, or if you just speak love all the time, but it makes me feel like you are aware of the power of your prayer and you use it and wield it constantly. And that is a validation of how powerful that is. Haley, I have to say that I just feel like I have a really heavy heart. And I want to say that I know that you're so angry at some moments. It feels like you've been angry at me. Sometimes it feels like you've been angry at life for me missing out on this part. And that's the thing that I want to acknowledge and validate for you, that it's okay to feel angry. And I also want to thank you, because I feel like there's a part of you deep down that has already forgiven me for not being here. But Haley puts up a wall sometimes because she needs extra protection at this time in her life. You're feeling raw and sensitive underneath all of this, she says. And that anger is deep inside there. And it's kind of like angry at other people who don't have to be dealing with this, who don't have to be feeling this, who don't have to be missing out on this piece. And she just wants to give that acknowledgement. It's okay. You be as angry as you want. But I'm so grateful for the way that you understand this wasn't a choice that I would have ever made. Do you understand that piece? and again, I'm just bringing it through the way she says it, so I'm sorry if it feels a little intense, but it does feel very intense. There just has to be a big acknowledgement of just how much anger is held inside of you. Do you understand why she would want to talk about that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing about that too is it's a validation for you to know that when you feel that she's here trying to hold you in that, trying to be present in that, because there's a feeling inside of like the little girl in you feels like, I don't understand how you could have abandoned me, which I know that you intellectually understand that that's not exactly what this is, but yet you still feel that thing like I didn't want to be here without you type of situation, right? And so for her to acknowledge that those are your feelings, those are the anger, that's just another validation for you to know, like, I am present, I am here all the time, I haven't left. She also starts to highlight the top of my stomach, like near diaphragm area as well. Do you understand anything about that for her in terms of passing?
Um, yes.
She's also showing me
Yes.
like a hospital setting. So it does make me feel that she would have spent time getting care in a hospital before she passed. Do you understand that piece?
Hmm.
I don't want you to remember me like that because I wasn't always like that. However, it does feel like this went on for some period of time. It doesn't feel like it was a short illness. Do you understand that piece? So I
Hmm.
do feel that her health was suffering and declining for some amount of time that was really, really hard to handle. It wasn't a short standing thing at all. So you would have made quite a few visits, and it would have been a long period of time that you would have had to see her in a hard place. It also makes me feel like you were able to say goodbye before the end. Do you understand that piece as well? Because everybody was very much understanding the time when she was actually going to pass, when it was coming near. Thank you for staying with me. And also to mom, to Susan. You did what moms are supposed to do. You know, you took a role that I wish I would have been able to take with Haley, where you continue to shine that unconditional love on me. You never made me feel like I had to be okay for you. Do you understand that? You let me be
Yes.
sick with you.
Yes.
Let me be not okay with you. You let me do that your whole life.
Yes. Yes.
What a gift.
Yes.
What a gift. Because Haley, I want you to know I gave everything I had to be strong for you the way that my mom was strong for me. And you know that. I didn't want you to see me in that way, and I wanted to make it as easy as possible. And I know that it wasn't, but I just want you to know straight from my mouth that I did absolutely everything that I possibly could to try to make you worry as little as you could, because I never wanted to be a burden, but I know that I was. Born out of this is a deeper strength inside of you, even though you don't feel like you would have ever chosen it, and neither do I. Do you understand? It feels to me like your mother is referencing a past partner or perhaps like a breakup that would
Mm.
have happened in the recent past. Do you understand this piece?
Yeah.
Okay. Because she says it's like there's heartbreak, but it's not just about me. Do you understand that? It feels like another layer of mistrust,
Mm.
abandonment piece, because I don't think that you had good feelings toward this person when it ended.
Mm.
Um, I'm also not convinced that I was around when this breakup happened. It feels like this breakup happened post your mom
Yeah.
passing. So she just makes me feel like that's just another moment where she's there and acknowledging. And spirit is all loving. So she has no judgment around this person whatsoever. I have to be clear, but she's being funny with me right now, where she says, good riddance to bad rubbish. This is the kind of person where it's like, you will be happier now that they are out of your life. I have to tell you, it's so important for me to talk to you right now and just let you know, don't let your heart harden. Okay. This isn't accusatory, but you have set yourself firmly out of protection to kind of put walls up at this time because there's just too many hurts, it feels like, especially in the last few years. It just makes me feel Earth School is hard. It's a hard, hard place to be sometimes, but I feel like I want to come through and tell you to continue to have trust, not to harden your heart, because there's a very important reason that you have your grandmother as an example around you of unconditional love and seeing that and feeling that and knowing what that feels like. Because the next time that you go to find a partner, if you can find a trace in the same unconditional that love that she gives you inside of them, you're going to start realizing that you have all the tools to identify what it feels like when love is honest. And that's the way that I have to say it. But don't think that you don't know how to identify that, because there's also a part of you that's been questioning yourself about, how am I going to know if the other shoe is going to drop or something's going to go wrong? Do you understand why she would say that right now? She says
Mhm.
she has so much faith in you. Don't get caught up in that. That's not true. You know yourself, and you are incredibly smart too. I think this might be not even for your own good sometimes. Do you understand kind of getting in your head or like thinking about things a bit? Don't mistrust yourself. The dissonance that you feel with an event or an experience in your life or another person is not dissonance within yourself. It is your intuition guiding you in the right direction each and every time. The only time that you start to question is when fear starts being looked at as intuition. So if you
Mhm.
feel afraid and you feel like there's no love in the situation, this would be a time where you're mistaking your intuition for your fear. And fear is helpful because there's certain times that we can feel our intuition can be telling us and setting off our fear as an alarm bell to get away. But drop back into love. And if you're still scared or you still feel danger, danger, move away. But drop back into that intuition so that you don't lose trust in self. Because I feel that your heart has just been taking hits left and right, is what it feels like for you over the years. And that you kind of teeter on this edge of wanting to throw the baby out with the bathwater and thinking, "Ah, I just don't know." But your mom, just all I can hear her saying is, you know very well. Don't mistake how aware you are of the direction that you want to go in your life. Do you understand?
Mhm.
Is dad still living? Do you understand that piece? Mm.
Yes.
Do you understand your mom wanting to tell you to go easy on your dad or like forgive your dad? Anything about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's her next message for you. It's really easy at this point in your life to see one side of the story. But here's the thing, this is not a blame or a judgment. It's easy for every human to see our side of the story because we live our life through the eyes of this physical body and through our perspective.
Mhm.
She makes me feel like I have to say, but go easy on him. You know that there is good in this man, a lot of good in this man. He suffers too. Do you understand?
Mhm.
And she makes me feel like this man has a broken heart of his own. It's difficult to understand him for you sometimes, is what she tells me.
Mhm.
Right away, I just hear a lot about grief. He's doing his best to try to process it, and it feels like it's very difficult for him to get through that and to feel that he has the space with all of his other responsibilities, is what she makes me say,
Mhm.
to have much room to take care of his own heart, is how it feels. As much love as you give, that's what you'll get back. And you have so much to give in there, but you don't just dole it out without thinking. I mean, you're very precise about who gets it and who doesn't right now, because for you, it's like, baby, you better earn the trust because I am not putting up with that again. And I have to say,
Mhm.
I have to give you an acknowledgement because she is laughing and laughing and she has so much pride, because the other thing is she's like, in that way, I never worry about you. I don't worry about you. I know that you can dish it out and you can take it because you've had to. But I want, while you're taking care of yourself, to have the time of your life. In a lot of ways, this was such a big burden in your life because you never got to just live carefree like other people do when someone in the family isn't sick. And that's the big piece that feels like the total joy suck. And it is. It's like a joy suck. It's like I always just have to live with this hanging on my shoulders, knowing that I don't get that carefree feeling. I wanted to have that. Why didn't I get to have that? And she's like, I know. You have so much love from your grandfather, husband. There's so much pride for both of you from family over here. Don't forget that. Don't forget to make the most of all of your time. That's like one of the really big things about today. And then I'm going to leave you with all their love, okay?
Melissa, um, you hit on everything. You were on target with everything.